Anker 625 Solar Panel 100W promises fast, portable, off-grid power anywhere. Either we've reached camping freedom on tap or another case of marketing sunshine. On paper, it's a 100W high-efficiency monocrystalline panel with up to 23% conversion, a built-in sunlight alignment tool, kickstands, and direct USB-C and USB-A outputs. Sounds criminally generous for a foldable panel, right? But here's the thing, portable solar lives in the real world of clouds, heat, and angles. Here's what caught my attention as I pushed it through road trips, backyard tests, and a couple of gray days. I actually ran this panel for 3 weeks across 2 power stations and direct USB charging to see what it really does. I've put the direct link to check current pricing in the description, but before you click anything, let me show you what I discovered after 3 solid weeks of testing. The 625 claims to deliver portable 100W solar that quickly tops up your power station and gadgets without fuss. Marketing promises include up to 100W output with high-efficiency cells, sunlight alignment guide to maximize power, direct device charging via USB-C and USB-A, durable, foldable, water-resistant build for travel. Sounds great, right? Pretty bold claims for a bag-friendly panel, but here's where things get interesting. Solar numbers live and die by conditions, and some of these promises get complicated when you factor in heat, angle, and real-world use. Reality check. They claim 100W. What you actually get is typically 65 to 85W at high noon on a clear day, if you align carefully. Here's why. 100W is a lab rating under standard test conditions, 1000 Wm2 irradiance, 25 degrees C cell temperature, perfect angle. In reality, panel cells heat up to 45–60 degrees C in the sun, and output drops as temperature rises, so that 100W theoretical becomes 70–85W in the real world. My best recorded peak was 83W into an Anker power station at noon, SoCal, clear sky, well aligned. They say the sunlight alignment tool helps you get more wattage. Reality, it actually works and is worth using. The little sundial dot helps you tilt until the shadow disappears. Evidence, I saw a 10–20W swing just by tweaking angle with the alignment tool versus eyeballing it. That is free power you'd otherwise leave on the table. They suggest you can charge devices directly from the panel via USB. Reality, yes, but manage expectations. The USB-C port tops out around 15W and USB-A around 12W. That is fine for phones, earbuds, action cams, and power banks, but it will not fast charge most laptops, and many USB-C laptops simply won't negotiate power from a bare solar source. That's not switching, that's expensive confusion. If you expect PD 60W from the sun, use the DC output into a power station for serious charging. They imply weather resistance. Reality. The panel surface and fabric are water resistant, but the junction box and ports are not waterproof. The manual says don't leave it out in the rain. Evidence, common reviewer complaints mention moisture concerns and avoiding drizzle. Treat it like expensive electronics with a hardy shell, not a leave-it-in a storm panel. Here's where it gets mathematically impossible if you take the 100W number literally. A 512WH power station theoretically charges in about 5–6 hours at 100W, but with a realistic 70W average over prime sun hours, you're looking at 7–8 hours of solid, well-aligned sunshine. Factor in morning and late day angles and you're closer to a full day of chasing the sun. That is normal for portable solar, just don't plan like you're getting lab numbers. The plot twist, partial shade, is a killer. Like most foldable panels, the 625 has cell strings with bypass diodes, but shading one section can tank the whole string. A branch shadow across a strip dropped my output from 74W to under 30W. Keep it in full sun, adjust every hour or two, and avoid hotspots. Build quality claim versus reality. Anker actually nails the materials. ETFE coating resists scratches, the fabric feels premium, and the kickstands are sturdier than the bargain bin panels. But in gusty wind, you'll still need to weigh it down. Foldables are sales. Detailed breakdown. Build quality, solid. The ETFE top layer feels tough, the stitching is clean, and the magnetic closures are decent. The kickstands snap into place with clear angle markers. After 3 weeks of daily folds, no fraying or delam. Here's what nobody tells you. The pocket that houses the junction box gets hot in full sun. Heat is the enemy of efficiency. Crack it open for airflow. Output performance. On a clear noon with the sun alignment tool centered, I saw a consistent 7583W into a mid-sized power station. Late morning and mid-afternoon averaged 4565W. Light overcast dropped it to 2035W. Direct USB-C out gave me 1215W to a phone and 810W to a GoPro. What the marketing doesn't mention, many laptops require stable PD at 4565W minimum. The panel's USB-C won't do that. Route through a power station. Portability and setup. Around 11 lb and roughly backpack flat when folded. Carry handle is comfy for short hauls. Setup is 60 seconds. Unfold, kickstands out, aim with sundial, plug in. Here's the thing. To maintain higher wattage, you need to re-aim every hour or so. Set and forget loses you 1025W fast as the sun moves. Compatibility and connectors. The DC output works with Anker power stations and via bundled adapters, most 8 more similar inputs on Jackery, Bluedye, and others. Check your power station's solar input range. The panel's open circuit voltage sits safely in the typical 1822V class. Red flag avoided. This is not some weird proprietary plug, but do verify your adapter before a trip. User feedback pattern. Most positive reviews praise the build and that handy sundial, plus reliable 6080W real world. Negatives cluster around not hitting 100W, kickstands catching wind, and confusion about rain exposure. That aligns with my experience. Verdict. Recommended with realistic expectations. Buy it if you value sturdy build, easy alignment, and plug-and-play compatibility with Anker and similar power stations. It delivers dependable 85W in good sun, great materials, and useful direct USB for small gadgets. Skip this unless the price is right if you expect literal 100W all day or need high wattage USB-C for a laptop. Versus Jackery's Solar Saga 100 and Bluedye's 120W foldable, Anker's build and alignment tool are standouts, but wait for sales. Under about $200, it's a strong value. Above that, compare alternatives. Bottom line, set your expectations to real sun, not lab sun. Stay power smart out there. Thanks for watching. If this review saved you from wasting money or helped you find something actually worth buying, I've put the link to check current pricing and read more reviews in the description. And hey, if you do decide to buy through my link, it helps fund these investigations without costing you extra. Got questions about pairing this with your power station or want me to test the 200W class next? Drop a comment. New deep dive coming up on compact panels versus briefcase rigs. See you in the next one. Stay curious, stay powered.